Hello there, and welcome to another new Trailblazer progress video. And I'm looking through the window of the Crafty Guild because it's quite serene. Hello, cows. So in the last episode I took on a grind that I had been super excited for, and my relics ultimately specialized me for very well, and that was maxing my melees. Happened in a little over 3 hours once I had everything prepared, so that was really exciting to see those go up so fast. And if you didn't see the episode, I did it at the Maniacal Monkeys from Monkey Madness 2 using my Exploding Attacks relic. It was about 4 million experience in each, thanks to Equilibrium helping out there as well. So everything is falling in place for maxing now. I'm really excited, just need to put in the time for most of these skills. However, one skill I still haven't quite solved for, and that is prayer. So I've been putting all of my experience lamps from achievement diaries and other sources into prayer, and I calculated that after I've added all of those experience lamps in, I'm still going to be around 8 million experience, which means I have about 5 million experience to go. In my inventory here are all the bones I've collected over the entire course of the league, which isn't many, only 600 dragon bones, 42 dagganoth, and 72 wyvern bones. So these bones, used on a gilded altar, which thankfully I can build thanks to my regions, are only a little over 2 million experience. That leaves a gap of about 3 million experience that I need to figure out how I'm going to fill. And I think I have just the idea. And yep, it's going to be Dagganoth Kings. I'm really excited to go back. I went there fairly early on into the account when I got a task of them early in my Slayer grind, where I didn't have a lot of the unlocks I have now, like the Armadillo Crossbow, the Trident, and so on. I've also learned a lot since I've gone there before, so I'm really excited to give it another try. And because I have the Fremnik Elite Diary complete, I have the ability to note the Dagganoth bones that I receive, so I should be able to stay there and collect as many bones as I can as long as I have supplies, which I'm hoping will be quite a while based on my gear upgrades that I've got now. So there are two very crucial things I've learned since the last time I was at the Dagganoth Kings, and that's one, that Rex's magic defense is so low, you should be able to get away with wearing full melee armor while maging him. My mage attack is negative 39, but that should still be enough. If it's not, I'll consider swapping out something to get a little bit higher. And then the other thing I learned is that the Spindlelips magic attack is actually magic-based ranged, which means it is a magic attack that you'd have to pray a magic against, but it rolls against your range defense. So both their attacks roll against range defense, so there's no reason for me to prioritize magic defense at all. So I'm just going to prioritize range defense at all times, and that should allow me to take less damage from those guys. And then of course for the range switch, I've got the Armadillo Crossbow, as well as the Accumulator, God Dehide, Fury, and Van Braces, so which I'm hoping will be enough accuracy and my high range level included to have no problem with Prime. Alright, so this should be similar to pretty much anything else I've been doing, where I run in front of the guy I want to stack on, freeze the guy who I want to stack him with, yeah. Oh, well, they pushed each other around. Maybe I pushed him around, but it seems to have worked still. And get some hits in. And I think I actually might still face tank Prime here, because yeah, he's going to move forward, which I don't want him to do that. And it would be better if I just had him sitting there, so we'll just pray flick like this. Except a really laggy world for some reason. That's a lot cleaner. Whoops, you're not dead. Ouch. That hurt. Yeah, because if I freeze him off, then I have to run around a little bit, and it would be best. And I really should have brought a melee weapon to kill this guy with. I don't have anything. This is where pickaxe go. This is a problem. You can kill him with that. Mr. Pickaxe is actually doing work. Yeah, okay, the Mithril Pickaxe isn't quite cutting out here. I think I'll leave and come back, but I'm already learning a lot. Well, for crying out loud, all that grinding I did before, and I got it on one of the first kills after coming back. But hey, I'll take it. Really cool to see that. And it was really on a scuffed kill. I accidentally aggroed Prime over here when I wasn't supposed to, so I'm not sure I'm going to recover the rune, but I'll find a way. Got another Dragon Axe that trip too, but if I equip the Berserker Ring, that is a task and also an elite task, which is equip every Dagganoth King ring, which means I have become the Lord of the Rings. Well, no, not exactly. That's when you get them all in one trip, which I haven't done, but at least I have them all and got all the points. This does mean the last Dagganoth specific task, other than the kill count milestones, is the Seer Call. So that'll be from Supreme, so hopefully I'll be able to get that. I'll be killing as many as I can, obviously, to get the bones. The kill count milestone tasks are a little annoying. They're 300 times, 650, 1,000 times, but you have to kill all three that many times. And my kill counts are really imbalanced right now because I wasn't killing Supreme for a lot of those early trips I took early in the league, which means that if I am effectively starting from like 15 or whatever I have for Supreme kills, so I don't know if I'll be going that far. Depends if I decide to do all of my bones at Dagganoth Kings or not. I actually think I may consider reversing order and using using Rex to kill Prime instead of using Rex to kill Supreme. I was only doing that because that was what made sense before I had max melee stats. But I think that the whip actually just is worth it here. And I would be able to take a much smaller switch in that I would pretty much just take a defender instead of this 4-way range switch. So I think I'm going to do that on the next trip. It's also a lot easier to get going because Supreme is usually by the ladder and Prime is usually further away. Another warrior ring. I do think regardless of how I wing it, I'm going to need to bring all 3 combat styles, at least in some capacity, since it's so difficult to kill the one that gets left with a tiny bit of HP after attacking Rex. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot faster. I think I can kill Supreme about 10 to 20% faster than I can Prime, even just using my basic whip with no other stat bonuses. Well, there's another Berserker ring. That's cool. I'll take it. Bit of a random level coming in here. It doesn't really unlock anything. Just wanted to provide an update on herb lore because I've been making a lot of potions as I need them for PVM, but 87 herb lore antivenom potions are not a thing I'll ever be able to make, unfortunately. At some point, I think I'm just going to go ahead and start working on the potion backlog I've got in the bank. I was kind of stacking them up to get them all knocked out at once, but I've been making a lot on the side anyway. So I'll just keep working on these on the side. Look at how slow automatically smashing these coconuts is. I swear sometimes Jagex is like, let's make it automatic. But let's make it like a 17,000 tick delay if you do it automatic. And there's Berserker Ring number 3. So yeah, definitely making up for that luck earlier. Another Mud Battle Staff. So it's not super interesting after I've got it all set up and everything. Just a matter of making sure I keep up with the rotation. So Supreme will spawn here. So unfortunately they both spawn, so now I just basically tank Supreme a little bit here. If I can figure out which ticks they're on, I usually will try to prayer switch them, but it's not a huge deal, and usually Supreme is almost dead. Then I come over here and freeze Rex on top of Prime, and just hit him a bunch of times, and then he'll move forward eventually, so I'll just allow him to hit me in the face a couple times again, and then freeze him again, and basically just repeat until they're dead, and usually doesn't take more than 2 freezes. That's all there is to it. It's really not too bad. It's actually kind of chill. I kind of like it. There's not a whole lot to keep track of here. There's definitely almost a little bit of an anti-synergy here too, due to the fact that you are kind of dependent on a certain amount of time to kill certain Dagganoth Kings, and I kill these 2 so fast that I will often push them into spawning basically right at the same time as Supreme, which is too much of a trouble, so sometimes I just have to sit here and let him splash on me. At least he's getting good AFK magic experience. Well, there it is, the Seer Call. Obtained. That is the last Dagganoth King related unique that I had. So that's really cool to get. Let me just get all set up over here and I'll equip it. With that said, I don't know how much longer I'll stay here then. It is prayer experience because I'm praying the wrong prayer. But like these Dagganoth bones add up very quickly. Each one is like 7.2k experience, I think, after all the multipliers. But it's still not as fast as just killing dragons and stacking up their bones at the Mist Guild, for example. So I don't know if I will stay here too much longer. I'll obviously stay through the rest of the trip. The only remaining tasks here, as I said before, are the kill count goals, which I would have to kill 300 of each, and I'm only at 42 Supremes, which would be a significant amount of work to get to. So I think there's plenty of other tasks I could do that are better points per hour first. So, I don't know. Yep, I think we're done here. Well, after I finish the trip. Oh yeah, let me equip that seer call for a 100-point task. Yay. There's Archer's Ring number 3, I think? Alright, this will be the last rotation. I'm pretty much out of prayer, unfortunately. Did pretty good overall. I did have a little bit of extra supplies from dying. Yeah, I still die a little bit. So I think this will be the last rotation. I'm pretty much out of prayer, but overall I'm really happy. I got 74 kills in the bag, and this should be 2 more, so 79. If I don't die here. Jeez, getting all the wrong prayers on. But yeah, pretty happy with this trip overall. Honestly, I feel like with my gear and my relic picks, I'm pretty squishy, and this isn't a great place to be squishy. So getting that many kills in one trip is, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So by the end there, I got 2 Archer's Rings, 4 Warrior Rings, 3 Berserker Rings, a Seer's Ring, 2 Mud Battle Staves, the Seer Call, and actually got a Dragon Helm at the very end there. Overall, that's really lucky, actually, even considering the fact that these are 1 out of 40 boosted drop rate. My Rex kill count is only 111, and I got 7 rings out of that, so it's pretty close to double the rate you would expect, even with boosted drop rates. I also got spooned the Supreme kills because I only killed 54 of those. But yeah, that's it for Dagganoth Kings, I think. And also up to 176 Dagganoth bones now, which means I got like 150 or so. That's pretty good because that's about 1 million prayer experience. That definitely helps knock off the prayer gap that I have. Okay, next little PVM little thing I want to do that's kind of prayer based, I guess, maybe. Time to return to the Rune Dragons. If you remember a little while ago, I attempted to kill one and failed before I had the final relics. But I'm going to go ahead and give it another try. I really don't think my relics suit me camping here very long. There are a couple tasks related to drops here, though none of them I really need, honestly. And it's really just going to be a chance to try them out. Yeah, that wasn't too bad at all, considering I've got a lot... Wow. Dragon plate legs. I've got a lot better stats and gear now. That's actually some absolutely ridiculous money. Look at that. 4 rune bars, 2 rune plate bodies, a rune mace, and a dragon plate legs. That was like 300k cash I just earned in 4 kills. Oh nice, the Wrath Talisman. I actually think I'm going to go ahead and give that a try at 95 rune crafting, though it should be slower than my existing method with lavas, so it won't be much more than a novelty, but cool to have it anyway. Okay, another grind that will be going on in the background while I'm doing other things. I've got 6,200 teaks that need to be turned into planks, and it'll be real simple, so I probably won't show very much of it at all, but it'll just be a matter of using the Master Scroll Book to teleport right next to the sawmill operator, going to the bank in Crafting Guild, and then repeating until I've finished all of them. This should be faster than rune crafting because I have a lot less distance to run, and it's just a one quick operation. Whoops, need to choose the right option though. So I'm hoping this should only take a couple hours to do all these planks, but it'll be something I'll knock out in the background. Okay, so I guess that's not something I'll be doing in the background. I guess I'll just knock it out in the foreground. It actually only took like 2 hours to do. It was super quick, and I was having actually a good time doing it, so I figured I'd just go ahead and knock it out right away. It's something like 4,000 planks an hour or something, so like I'm using the wrong teleport now. But nice to have those out of the way. Obviously my cash stack is now kaput. But I mean, that's still probably enough to get 99 construction. I will need a little bit more for smithing. But for now, I think I'm going to go back to the Rune Dragons and try my luck there a little bit longer. You know your build probably wasn't the best when the guy next to you is just leaving all of his loot on the ground, including like rune bars and rune scimitars. My build wasn't the greatest for these PVM stuff. Like seriously, rune plate body on the ground, dragonstone on the ground. I want that stuff. No freaking way did I get those. Wow, it's a 1 out of 800 for those. So with the drop rate modifier, it becomes a what, 1 out of 200 and something? I've killed about 50. Man, my luck has just been off the charts lately. It's not useful to me, obviously, because I have the Armadillo crossbow. However, I will create those when I have the fletching level to do so, and it is a task to do that. So that'll be nice to have when I get that fletching level. So that's where I'm going to end the Rune Dragon experiment, I guess. It wasn't really a grind here. Obviously got really lucky on the dragon limbs, and that's all I could realistically get from them. The dragon lump is like a 1 out of 1,000, and the DFS is as well, so that would take a very long time that I don't really have, unfortunately, and also doesn't really give me any other progress other than those few points. However, I did get a lot of money from that task. This is over 500,000 in alchables just from these dragon legs and plate skirts. I think the drop rate is affected at rune dragons as well, which buffs the money a lot there. Makes it like a 1 out of 40 drop instead of a 1 out of 128. And even at 1 out of 40, I got a ridiculous number of dragon legs and plate skirts because I only killed 60. Okay, next on the docket, getting my house ready for construction. I'm going to build it up over here in case I want to build anything down there. I know I can move it around later too, so it doesn't really matter. But the first thing I need to do is build a bedroom. Actually, 2 bedrooms. Each bedroom needs a bed, so there's 1 and there's 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and build an achievement gallery. I think it's an achievement gallery. Hold on. Glad I checked. It's actually a quest hall, which uses the mythical cape rack, which is what I'm going to be building to 99. I also have to build a achievement gallery anyway, because that is like a money tax task. Where is that? Is that higher? Oh, level 80, so I'll have to build that later. And then the last room I need to build is, of course, the chapel, which I'll be using to train prayer. Then I need to come here and hire the demon butler, of course, who will be running my planks for me. This guy must be one of the biggest scam artists in the world. Actually, he's probably in cahoots with the guy from Fremennik Exiles who sells you the Fremennik shield for 250k or whatever it is. But I actually need to buy quite a bit from this guy. I need to buy 2 marble blocks, and then I also need to buy 5 gold leaves. Ugh, man, you made a killing this day. And I'll start by using one of those gold leaves that I bought to build the servant's money bag, which is a pretty important quality of life upgrade for training construction. Go ahead and put some money in here. I don't have a whole lot left, so it'll just be 250k for now, but that should be fine. I have a lot of other things I need to alch in my bank. And then the last thing for now is to build a dining room. Where's that? Man, this is such a weird, outdated interface. I think it's like level 10. Let's go ahead and build that. And then in that room, I can build the servant's bell pull, which allows me to use that feature in the interface. Obviously, I won't like pull them over here. I'll pull them wherever I'm constructing. So I've only ever really trained constructions via the oak doors method in the dungeon. So this is going to take a little bit of getting used to, because the spot to click is a little smaller and he seems to want to pop up behind me. So I'll take a little bit of figuring out here to get the muscle memory down. But what I can do is I can build the mythical cape rack for 6,000 experience, remove it, which gives me the cape back. So basically I get bonus experience for every teak plank. Works out such that 3 teak planks give me about the same amount of experience as 4 teak planks would. So this should be fine. One more cape rack that gets me 75 construction, which very coolly is the level required to build the gilded altar, which is a 100-point task. And of course also have to build the incense burners. This is the lowest level one that actually provides the experience boost. Oh, and I thought you had to build each one, but I guess you build both in one go. So that means that I have everything I need to be able to train my prayer up. I think I'm going to do a little bit more construction first, but then I'll go ahead and probably use some of my bones as well. I have to do some more smithing before I can finish most of the elite diaries to get the rest of the lamps for prayer, but there's no reason not to use my bones now. Also, I totally forgot, but construction was my lowest skill by a long shot, so on the way to this point even, I got a base 70 milestone, which was a 100-point task. I won't hit base 80 until I get agility up too, but agility is almost there, as well as fletching, and fletching will be quick. But construction should fly up real quick right now. The XP tracker is actually hanging at 3 million experience per hour right now, and that was with me messing around making the gilded altar and such. I was getting up to 4.5 million experience an hour building the cape racks, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for a little while longer. Oh, servant, I could use some more planks. You rang. There's 90 construction. I'm going to go ahead and leave off there with the construction. A little bit under halfway, but construction is definitely a skill I love and hate. I absolutely hate training it because you can't do anything but stare at your screen because you have to be pretty precise and fast with your clicks. But at the same time, it's ridiculously fast, and it's really fun to watch your experience climb up so quickly. But I'm going to go ahead and transfer over to some prayer training, start to work through those bones I have. So the method here is definitely not interesting. Just starting from the Crafting Guild bank, teleport to my house, run south here, light these 2 burners. And then, oh, yeah, don't bury the bone. Okay. And then use the bone on the altar. And I'll probably try to do some manual, but I'll probably also let myself AFK a little bit because I just came off that construction grind. But really not bad. 4.2k per bone. Prayer's going to fly up. Whew, this is by far the quickest skill probably I'll be able to train ever. And this is 90 prayer done right there. So I'm going to take a break there with that as well. Until I get a chance to do all the elite diaries so I can get an idea of exactly how many bones I need to use. I know I don't have enough, but I don't want to potentially use them all up and then go get more and then overshoot 99 because that would be kind of pointless. I don't plan to go for 25 million experience in prayer. But as you see, oh, the thing fell off the canvas. As you see by the guy on the canvas there, it's 5.68 million experience per hour. And yeah, I was only at this for like 25 minutes to get from 86 up to 90. Also 125 combat, so 1 to go, though I won't hit that until basically 99 prayer. But that's all I'm going to do for prayer for now. So next on the list is going to be fletching, actually. It's the next day from when you saw me fix my kingdom, so I should have some maple logs waiting for me there so I can start getting some arrow shafts ready. And when I have the arrow shafts ready, I can start doing agility at Brimhaven again, so while I do those arrow shafts into brought arrows. I do need a little bit more money too. It's a little bit more expensive than I thought for construction, so I need a little bit more money to get the brought arrows. I need 499. But once I have that all set aside, I can do as much agility as I want. So I can't tell if it's been 2 days or 1 day since I filled up the miscellaneous, up my approval rating. I'm pretty sure the actual Runescape day has rolled over twice, but I'm not sure how it actually calculates that. So this might be just 1 day, or this might be 2. But I'm going to go ahead and collect them anyway. Okay, so that was only 1 day. So I don't have quite enough maple logs here, but I can still get started turning these into arrow shafts. I need about 300 or 400 more to have enough to go all the way to 99 fletching on broad arrows. Also, these herbs will be super nice for the herb lore grind. And also as a task to collect resources at full approval. So I'm actually going to go ahead and end off the episode there. It got a lot longer, a lot faster than I was expecting. But I wound up doing a lot of dagganoth kings in this episode, as well as some rune dragons. Finally getting 90 prayer, as well as 90 construction. In the next episode, we'll continue working on the prayer and construction grinds. Of course, also looking at fletching, as I will be able to finally make the arrow shafts I need to make the broad arrows in order to start that grind while doing agility. Also, fire making is kind of hanging out there as well. But I think the primary focus next episode will be smithing, because that blocks out most of the elite diaries that I have in front of me that I'm going to be using for prayer experience. So with that said, I hope you have enjoyed the episode. I hope your own Trailblazer progress is going well. If you liked, please let me know by leaving a like on the video. Comment with your progress, let me know how it's going. And if you are enjoying the progress here, feel free to give the channel a subscription. I am not slowing down until I finally leave on vacation in what will be a little over 2 weeks. But I should be able to max before then. That's it for me this time though. Take care everyone.